heart attack. Fast fatal heart impact. Past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask. Grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word. Then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do begin, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, a lot of things were happening. Now, we had Deku and Koya. These two, their relationship has had a bit of a turn. Now, they haven't really been communicating properly. Along with that, after what they've learned and been through, they're not really doing so hot. Both mentally and, well, physically. I mean, Deku, he's still recovering, yes, but he isn't who he used to be now. And I mean, he basically just learned he's done a lot of dirty work for this organization. And then Koya, she feels the exact same way. She kidnapped an innocent person and got them killed. She stole their power and then they were killed. And then she murdered the #1 hero and who knows how many other people who just did their jobs. If she didn't do that, the #1 hero would still be around to take down all 4 in the organization. And right now, both the two are trying to figure it all out. They haven't been able to sleep right since they knew everything. And Koya got into a bit of a fight with Luna, because apparently Luna, whenever they came flying in, she was being carried by Deku and she was staring at him. Along with that, well, Koya, she's starting to get a bit jealous. Along with that, she's just angry. She doesn't know what to do or what to say. Everything she's known for the last couple of years has just turned out to be a lie. All the bad things she's done, places she's destroyed, people she's hurt, it was for nothing. Her best friend, who put her life to the cause, died for nothing. Now, Koya, she's very angry. And right now, Deku, he's stuck in the house with the girls. And a few days later, Rulin and Lee would return. Deku, he's been trying to figure this all out. He's been trying to meditate and even try and write down what he does have in his visions. And 6 months later, he still is trying to find everything out. His counterpart, the fake Deku hunting down the organization, he's done a lot of research as well. He got an anonymous, quote-unquote, email from Koya. And whenever they tried to trace it back to her, or even find out where it came from, nothing came from it. And they went to the location and found the remnants of the organization's handiwork. And they even looked around. Endeavor was very confused though. Why would Koya email Deku? And why would she try and help now? However, Deku, he would somewhat try to defend her actions. Koya emailed him talking about how the organization, they tricked her. And she's trying to get away. She won't be turning herself in, but she will be trying to help from a distance. That they can be sure of. Now, with that being said, we do actually have tonight after dinner. Deku, he does going to sit down and meditate. Him and Koya, they've talked about it, and sadly, they need to work on themselves. They've been broken up for about a month. Nobody else really does know about it, but both the two, clearly they have been acting differently towards each other. And everybody, they have taken a bit of notice to this. They do still try to seem friendly and talk, and occasionally they do hang out with everyone else, but they're still trying to understand everything. And Deku, after walking outside, he actually doesn't want to jump down. Him going to feel his feet hit the dirt, as he actually does somewhat sit down and start meditating. Him laying his back against the wall. And there actually is where some people they are cleaning up. Rulin, he's picking up plates, and asking anybody if they know who actually has, well, dish duty tonight. Hmm? I don't know. Yesterday was, well, the end of the week, so I had it, but who has it this week? I think it's Izuku. I'm not sure. You might have to ask or go look at the chart. Besides, if things do get bad here, then I don't know. But hey, I gotta get up early tomorrow and start washing a few things. You know how it is. Yeah, that's fair. But what should I do then? Just go check and whoever it is, we can notify him or tell him. If it's Izuku, just let him know later. Now, Luna is going to stand up. Her going to walk outside and going to look down towards Deku. And Deku, he is still sitting down. Him actually someone going to lower his foot and have a toe hit the ground. Before he does try and ask, what is it, Luna? Are you okay? I'm meditating. Trying to focus more on these. Some of them have been getting clearer, but many of them, they're still fuzzy. I need to find some place spiritual, but there's only really one I can think of. Is there? Yeah. We have to go north. Or south. The poles. You really believe that? Yeah. There's a spirit oasis there. Something's telling me that I need to go to one of those two places. Or both? I'm not too sure. But sit down. I'll try and explain some. Luna going to do so. Her jumping down and going to sit down next to Deku. Her going to fold her legs before going to bring her hands up and grabbing them together. Her going to close her eyes. So what is it? No lead so far. I've tried calling and asking questions to my other self, but even he's still in the dark about a lot. He's been able to throw Haran off of our scents, and even try and keep in contact with him. Haran suspects him, but he doesn't know that we're talking. But he's freed from tracking in most connections, I believe. You think so? But why'd you toss your own personal phone? I did so because even whenever I'm asleep, you could have done something to it. Just an extra measure, I guess. You're being paranoid, aren't you? I don't want to take that chance, Luna. Besides, even if I am being paranoid, I'd rather be paranoid than dead. And, they could bring a sandwich to his throat. Talking about how he is still thinking about what happened. Hmm? What did that person actually do, though? They use multiple bending arts. Multiple arts aren't possible for anybody except me. At least that's what I believed. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Yeah. Now we got to run. This person, they're either my copy or they know something I don't about the spiritual bending. Spiritual bending? I don't know. Vatu and Rava talk about it before. It's hard to explain. I've heard mention of it before from other avatars whenever I've talked to two of them. But spiritual bending or energy bending, I believe is the right name for it. It's been so long. It's easy. It is something that the lion turtles can do. That's what I know. One of my previous lives, they battled some guy called the Fire Lord. And another, they battled another person. In fact, that's how Vatu and Rava got separated from both their human host. Who are those two? Right, it's a lot to explain. Basically, the spirits of good and evil. As far as I know, I'm the first one to host two spirits, both bound to my soul. And now they're gone. I'm by myself. You say that. Yeah, yeah. Deku bring his hand up. And so I'm going to scratch at his beard. I just don't get it. I've tried everything I can to heal. I don't understand it either. I need to go somewhere to realign. That's as far as I've gotten. And I can't contact the other version myself. He doesn't listen. And most of the stuff I have. Deku going to somewhat stand, stepping forwards, and going to, with his foot, bend the sand. As he actually starts to somewhat carve out patterns on the ground. And then we're going to stand up and walk over. Her looking at many of them. These circular holes or carvings? What? I don't know. But that's the image I've seen in my mind. And then there's just the forest, the ocean, the water, the lights, and these spirits and just all this death. I can't think sometimes. I don't know. Maybe Luna was right. Maybe I am going crazy. You're not going crazy. You're stressed out, right? Luna. I said Luna whenever I met Koya, I believe. Luna, how many people do you think I have taken life from? It's more than around 190,000, as far as I know. Luna's somewhat surprised. Whenever the White Lotus were being destroyed and taken down, I bended an entire city. I lifted it up into the sky, and I tore it apart. I felt no remorse. And then whenever I confronted the people who they organized my entire life, from the day before I could even walk, I felt good having control over them. They've controlled every aspect of my existence, and then I control it for once. That power, it corrupted me. I mean, how could I just take life like that? I ripped blood from their bodies. I left them dead. And now I'm dealing with it. It's funny, too. Some of the records I've even looked at here, I found the origin of the White Lotus, and you want to know what happened about them? You know what it talks about? One of my previous lives, the same one I met at an air temple, that I found that I chased, he tasked the White Lotus with finding me. The White Lotus, they were made as an organization around the same time he was. And he trusted them to find the Avatar, look after them, guide them. But where did that get me? I was gone for hundreds of years, and I come back, and they suddenly have a purpose? I don't know. I created them just to destroy them. It's poetic, now that I know that. I don't even understand why we're in the Fire Nation. I need to go out and fight. I need to blow off some of my steam. Because if I don't, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, yeah, Lee knows a place, if you wanna go. Um, right. Um, is it one of those fight places? Yeah, I know where it is too, if you Want to hang out? Sounds good. Alright, I'll go get dressed and change out of these lotus clothes. We're gonna stand up. And Deku would go to agree. Getting to his feet, I'm gonna turn. As whenever Deku is gonna walk back inside, he actually says someone step up and feel the ground around him. Before Deku, he's just gonna stop. Him's going to turn and look out into the forest, just out there in the distance. There's a tree on a hill. For a second, Deku, he thought something felt off. Now, Lin was going to ask him, "What's up?" Go on ahead, I'll be right back. Deku's going to step back down. And he actually is going to sit down before he does then going to disappear. Now, the person who was hiding behind the tree, they do so going to look back out. Them looking to the distance before we actually have Deku. Deku, he does bend his way to this person. Him flying out from underneath the house and out behind them. Now, Deku, he basically just goes underground, finds some place in an opening where he can bend back up, and comes up from the forest. And the person, they don't expect it. Because where they were looking for the avatar, and they thought he was sitting down near the rock because they saw a shadow, they were confused. But then there's him. As Deku is going to bring his hand up and Deku grab onto this person's throat. Him going to slam them upwards against the tree before bringing his hand up with some blades made of ice on his fingers. What do you want? Hey, listen, calm down. Calm down. You're stalking us. How did you find me? I wouldn't worry about that. Who are you with? Listen, please, just... When did you get this place up and running? A while back. Why? Are you with Haran? No, please. Just... Now. The person they do go to bring something up. And Deku, the moment he does go to see that, he's going to turn his hand and stop their arm. As their arm, it went from going outwards and holding something up to freezing and going to drop what they had in their hands. And Deku, he actually just watches, he does hear it hit the ground. It is a bit heavier than he thought for a weapon. Before he does go look down, letting the person go, and then when someone grab at their arm in pain, as they're trying to catch their breath and feel this wound. Now, Deku is going to pick this up. Him bring it up and seeing a book and the symbol on it. Who are you? Please, just listen. I'm just looking around, trying to figure out things. Please, tell me again. Who are you? I'm from the Earth Kingdom. I'm just trying to get away. I'm just trying to pass through. I saw the lights. Okay. So what do you want? Please, I need a place to stay for the night. I can't be out here. There's monsters here and I can't go back. I won't fight that war. War? How long have you been out here? A few days. Please. I haven't eaten for 2. Okay. But what are you talking about a war? Now, the man does explain. He'll talk a bit more whenever they sit down. It's not safe out here. And Deku is going to grab onto this person. Him going to fly up into the air as the person, they're surprised. So apparently that's how Deku did catch them. And Deku and Rizuka land back down, a few people are watching him. Deku tossing this guy on the ground, as everyone has come walking out to see him. And right now Koya, she actually does stay somewhat hidden. Since Deku, he currently just dropped somebody. And he explained that he found them hiding in the trees. What's going on? Rulin, can you work your magic here? What do you need? I want to know if he's lying or not, and his life will depend on whether or not it is. Okay, hang on. Please, just listen to me. Now, the man would try to explain. He's from the Earth Kingdom, and things aren't looking so good. Have they even heard about anything? Watched the news? I mean, gone through television programs, the radio, their phones? And every day they just don't get to look around at each other. They've been preoccupied with other things. Uh, okay. Just let me explain. Things aren't looking so hot. Many nations in many countries. No one knows what's happening. Something's going on. We're losing contact with cities. Certain ones completely go dark. And others, they say these strange things that they don't make sense. They're being attacked by soldiers. And whatever else. I don't know. But whenever people try and question them, anywhere, there's talks of a war. And if it does break out, I'm not going to fight. I can't. Not for the sake of my family. Not for the sake of my daughter. Now, they were going to turn to his friend, as he's going to confirm this man is speaking the truth. Okay, but what's attacking? Please, just let me just go. Send me on my way. Point me towards the city. I need to hide. We can't do that. Why not? Because if we do, we're not too sure that you're lying or if you're telling the truth. But even then, we need to know this information. What is being attacked? How many people have been going missing, gone dark? It wasn't noticeable at first. Missing persons reports, yes, from what I understand. It happened in the Earth Nation, but you know how they are. They overlook things. They don't care as long as the economy is good. I mean, they won't care for the people involved in it. But, you know, I'm not going to get into that. Listen, they just been ignoring it. The Dai Li, all of them. And it was only whenever it directly affected something important and vital did they even start paying attention to it. They realized how bad things were. They wanted to declare war on the Fire Nation, and even the Water Tribe. So, the Earth Nation? Yes. Damn it. So, I'm confused then. Why? Many people are saying the same things. From whatever I heard, from what I've been investigating, multiple places have been affected. Okay, so where did your investigations lead you to? I don't know. There are hotspots for activity, and I've been trying to catalog them, figure things out, but these creatures, please don't try to tell me I'm insane. I've passed by an area and I've thought I've seen it, but I couldn't be sure. This creature, it flies and defies all logic. Most of the animals I've seen, they run from it. Even large ones. He's telling the truth. Deku looking over at Rulon. Before informing the man, he can stay here for the night. But he is curious now. These animals, they glow? Yes. Is one of them, by chance, does it look like a flying centipede? And is it massive in length? Have you seen it? No. But I've glimpsed it before. But that's impossible. It was in the Earth Kingdom. That's the problem. Okay. Shit. Now, Deku gonna turn. Him informing the man that he'll find him a private room, But right now, he does need to at least get a bit more information. The man is going to stand onto his feet, quickly falling behind Deku as Deku just tries to tell him. He does need to know a little bit more about this, though. It is going to be important. And the man just tries to give Deku a bit more of a rundown. And Deku, after hearing a few things, and even going to write a lot of it down, he does understand that this is starting to correlate a bit more. His visions, they told him something once. He remembers just the loud noise of it, and the loud clattering, but that's what he's starting to understand. Rocks and flames. That's what those were. The rock, the earth, and the fire. They'll collide. And that's where things are bad. If that happens, then the whole world might get pulled into it. Another war. Now, Deku, yeah, he really doesn't want to have to deal with that. So he's got to figure this all out. But these strange creatures, they're bleeding in more. But from what the man said, it's happening all over. Okay, no. Shit. It's getting worse. Now, Deku, he does gotta write a few things down. And right now, there actually is whenever Luna does come to walk into the room. Her seeing Deku, as currently he is scribbling a few things on paper. And he actually does then go to bring his hand up and grab something. Him going to slide it across the back of the paper before going to bring it upwards and post it onto a wall. Him backing away and going to turn. As he does actually someone had to stop himself, as he did almost just bump into Luna. Jesus. You scared me. I thought you sensed me. No, sorry, I'm trying to piece it together. I see that, but all this stuff, is this what you've been doing in here? Yes, just ignore it, okay? Now, Luna, she's looking around. I mean, all this stuff here is hard to ignore. I mean, the stuff over there, the pins over there. It looks like Deku's trying to connect everything. What's going on over there? Luna pointing something out. As Deku does have a board that does just have the label Fire Nation on it. And he does want to turn and look towards it. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I found a way to connect the fire and earth. Understand what that's going on. What that is. Damn it. I need to get to bed soon. I can't do that, actually. I need to figure this out more. I need to think. Okay. Listen, Luna, I don't want to be rude. Luna looking past Deku. And right now she does see something that does look familiar. Hang on. Her gonna step forwards past Deku. Those dots. Those are the ones you were talking about. Her walking forwards and towards them. Yes. This image. I've seen a picture like it before. You have? Yes. I'm just surprised that it makes a bit more sense now. These lines that you have and the circles. This isn't a symbol, Izuku. It's a map. A map. Where would it be, though? It's in the Fire Nation. I mean, look on a map. Pull something up. Now, Deku would do so. And right now, after walking back over to the computer, Deku, he does just search a few key phrases. He types in a few things about the Fire Nation, and then at least about a few strange, large pits in, well, a map. Now, Deku, he does get a look online. He finds a few strange places, and after at least looking through a few of them, some of the stuff here doesn't match. I mean, that's fair, but the photos and everything else, it's just their position. But then whenever he does at least go to start looking from a satellite image, things do start to make a bit more sense. Deku does find something similar, but then he does find an exact copy. Deku going to bring his hand up and putting the paper directly onto the screen. As I remember, he actually is able to match up some of the things there. He does match up the 4 dots. Before, he at least does get a look around a bit more on the screen. A few other things here are similar, but they are different. Okay, this place. Where is it though? Deku is searching around a bit more, and he does find it. Okay, but why do I need to go here? Deku's standing up. Before he's going to mark down the location with a pencil. Okay, thank you. Luna, you don't believe how helpful that was to me. Him putting it back to the board, and they're going to turn. Luna, thank you. That was annoying me so much. You were really helpful. But this place, what is it? Her sitting down into the chair. As Deku was pinning it to the board, she looked into it a bit more. She tried to look for strange river, forest, dot, place. Something along those lines, basically. Now, she does look at the information about this place. There are large reported cases of people going missing here, and these are all being tied to strange incidents as well. People have come out of this place delirious and missing for days, making some strange claims. And Deku, after he does hear Luna talk about it, he does start to understand what's going on here. This place is a spiritual hotspot. It is a spiritual place. Deku basically bolting over and nearly pushing her out of the way. Him grabbing onto the chair and going to bend forwards, looking and reading a few things. The survivor of the incident reportedly claimed to have seen strange wolf prints in a large tree-like. That's the spirit. Deku, he's completely shocked by it and surprised. Him immediately going to bring his hands down to the keyboard and start typing a few more things in about it. Him actually looking into what this place is called, since that's where he needs to go to. And right now, after going to do that, Luna is going to stand up. As Deku, he actually is going to turn to her and go to pull her directly into a hug. As Luna, she actually does somewhat get surprised by that, Deku does talk about how that was really helpful. Him pulling away. Thank you, Luna. You have no idea how much that meant to me. Shit. I could kiss you. Thanks. But, sorry, that was weird. Right, sorry. No, I'm flattered. But you and Koya, right, about that, sorry. We've been trying to hide it, but we broke up. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, um, damn it. I don't know what to say. I just got excited about that. I got excited that these aren't strange dreams or nightmares in my head anymore. Things are starting to connect. And honestly, I hope I can sleep tonight. I don't know what I'll see. Right, right. Were you tired still? Not really, I feel wide awake. Okay, would you want to grab a drink with me from the kitchen? Or would you want to go head out to that fighting place or just head to bed? Honestly, A drink would sound good for me right now. I might not see spirits or have a vision, but that chance is still low. Might not be, might not harm me to try though. Now, Deku and Luna will go to walk out, and right now we actually have over with Deku's counterparts. He has been trying to stay in contact with Haran for some time. It's been a bit spotty since he did have to get a new phone. However, he did just have a simple explanation for why that one broke. Endeavor tried to get into his phone, and Deku he tried to pull it from Endeavor's grip, but Endeavor accidentally melted it and overheated it. So there was that. And Endeavor didn't like that Deku he valued his privacy as he explained it to him. Endeavor, yeah. He didn't really try anything else since Deku he claimed he didn't have any of that stuff backed up. Now, Haran, he still is a bit more suspicious though. A few days after Deku he runs off, his counterpart breaks the phone. But pros, trying to be thorough and still suspicious of him, it is still a possibility. So he did at least try to work with Deku. And Haran he was more than willing to give up some of his own operations, smaller ones that would start to somewhat see a bit of a lead. And right now, a few months after hunting a few of these people down and bringing them in, there also is one problem. Haran wants to kill the counterparts, destroy it and get it out of the way, because they were almost caught. A few remnants of the organization were left around, and the base had to be moved once again. The Avatar's loyalty is gone. His compliance is gone. However, his, well, newest ally, the friend they have provided him with, he will be very good to test against the new #1 hero. An off one who has been trying to work on not only a few things, he's curious to try and take over Japan now. He has waited long enough. And right now, it's going to either be now or never. Because he's been patient for over 100 years. And with the way the world currently is, he knows it's going to fall. He's seen it, and he has been worried about it for years. However, he does know that he might be able to outlive a lot of things. Well, this may be something that he finally is up against a stalemate with. He will either live long enough to see the world end and restart, or he will just simply die. Maybe be dragged into the spirit world, live on some way as an evil spirit. He's not too sure. However, humanity, their timer, it finally has started. So, whatever the outcome may be, perhaps this will finally put a few things into perspective. Now then, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.